Flob, stardate January 10th. I still have that spelled wrong. January. January. That's how I say it. There we go. January 10th, 2022. I'm surprised. I don't think anybody pointed that out in like the YouTube comments, even. Wednesday with multiple N's. 2022. Our world save is at 38,279.14 megabytes. And we've got our woofs ready. Woof! Woof. Sometimes you gotta misspell common words as a treat. Oh, my shovel. I misspeak words as a treat on purpose quite frequently, as I'm sure you're all aware. But there's Wolfie from the last stream. Get rid of some of that cobble. I do need some bones. That way is east. I mean west. We're going west. It's fine. It's fine. Misspelling drives engagement. Views. Trending topics. That's why I spent extra time making that thumbnail for the pinball video. And it did bugger all, I say. I say indeed. I should have made it 65 different sub 60-second shorts.
Sub to that man Zam. They
Tin.
have given 53 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you very much for that gift sub to that man Zam. Much appreciated. Gift sub. I thought of even using a exaggerated screenshot like of myself with like cartoon heart eyes, but I'm like, no, nobody needs to see that. I'm not willing to commit fully to the clickbait. I don't think I want to be in here. This seems like a bad place to be. An inescapable canyon. Canyon! I thought of doing the shorts. I'm sure to have a lot of clips. I'm like the only Twitch channel in existence that has not deleted all of their clips. I could really milk that. Bee. Bees! Okay, I have to look in here. This is just like a big open area. And by open, I mean completely covered in dark and creeper filled. Alright, goodbye! If my microphone sounds more isolated, it's because I got new anti-aging microphone spider mount doohickeys. Sounds younger, almost as if it is anti-aging. Oh, I saw pigs up here. Did I not see pigs? Yeah, I did. It's like that episode of Next Generation where they all become kids. Except for, like, Riker or somebody. I guess I gotta rewatch Enterprise or Next Generation. Actually, I gotta sign. We gotta cancel Netflix for a moment and then get Paramount Plus and watch through Picard. I've heard iffy things about Discovery, but then there's that cartoon one, Lower Decks. Woof. Yeah, it sounds like they have modern streaming show-itis. But that's fine. I think we talked ad nauseum about that sort of thing in the last stream. You know what I can talk about today? Birds. I'm looking at birds. I got that app. Oh. Hold on a second. What if I had to go look at a bird, maybe? It was a bird emergency. A bird emergency. You don't know. Sorry about that. The girlfriend was heading out, and I needed to make sure of stuff.
Are you learning bird calls, too? The
Bird
robin
calls.
goes, golly gee, Batman.
Golly gee, Batman. All right, where was I? Where were we? Who am I? Wolfie? Doing fine. Wolfie's getting anxious. Ready to go. All right, let's go. Birds! Looking at some birds. You know what? Before I go down my bird list, bird update, bupdate. You know what probably would help with spotting and identifying birds? Binoculars. Because I was out today walking Juneau, and there was birds in the water. Look at that cool thing. And it was like a black and white duck-sized bird floating on the water and then dipping under the water to go fishing and stuff. Ooh, this whole place is pretty great. So I was trying to identify it in the app, and there were like multiple birds that had the same exact features, and they're like, this is this bird, but it's commonly mistaken for this bird because its eyes are orange, whereas the other bird's eyes are red. And I'm like, eyes? This thing's like 50 meters away out in the water. I can't see its eyes. I don't want to go misidentifying. I'll get thrown out of the birding club. I did end up, once I got home, properly identifying it. I improperly said it was bigger than it actually was, on account of the distance. I didn't know how actually big it was. So I told the app it was a certain size, when in fact, it could only be found under a slightly smaller size. Oh yeah. Binoculars? Probably a good idea, if that's something I'm going to be doing. I mean, like I said as well, it would probably Be neat to integrate photography, but then I would need like a zoomy, make things big that are far away lens. But then that also seems like a lot to carry around when I'm like just walking Juno and stuff like that. So yeah, need my old 300mm lens. Does it fit a Canon T5i, T5i, T3i, T5i, T5i? Boy, if nobody knew what we were talking about, they would think we're having a stroke. Alright, I just had to come back and look at this from a distance and get a screenshot for the thumbnails. Oh, I have plenty of meats. Are you not? I feel sometimes like I constantly am. Another gift sub from Tin.
A tier 1 sub to L_m_now_mostly_moisten.
That's the best.
They have given 54
That's
gift
the
subs
best
in the
one
channel.
to get read aloud. Read aloud. Underscore and underscore underscore underscore. Oh. Ooh. So yeah, birds. Well, I saw a bald eagle. I mean, that was easy. See that guy every day. I kind of do every time I go out there. There's like a look at these cool places. I can't talk about stuff when all this cool stuff is in the game to look at. But yeah, he's always on this like ship's mast with an American flag on it, which is very just like a little on the nose, a little on the beak, as it were. So got that eagle. What else? What else did I get? A couple days ago, I've been like going through and like just in our yard, we seen a song sparrow, a Milospisa melodia, and a dark-eyed junco, a junco haimalis. Got the Latin names going on here. Oh, where's my compass? Careful leaving those boats around. They can lag your game, right, Cone? Get out of here with your cross-content references. What sort of info does the app give you? Like a picture? It gives you a bunch of like bird calls to listen to. Like map of their regions. And like a description. But then the first one, when I'm like, well, I guess I might as well start using this bird app. This was a difficult one because it was definitely a type of woodpecker, but not your normal red-headed, mohawked. That you know everybody knows as a woodpecker. Turned out to be a northern flicker. The much forgotten, careful Wolfie, photo hosting website. The Northern Flicker. Colapes or Oratus. That guy. Those things are cool. Yeah, I mean that was kind of a rare one. They got a very interesting color. The way I identified it was because it has a little orange spot like on its butt. And then it certainly showed that and said that here. And I'm like, aha, that's the guy. Flickr had a bird logo, didn't they? Did they? No, you're thinking of Twitter. Flickr. What was Flickr? Flickr was like a you know, lens aperture or something like that, wasn't it? Two circles. Just two. It's just two dots now. Oh, so it's Visa. Was that supposed to be like the focus rings of like a old-timey camera? Then I saw the bald eagle. I remember that guy. There were a bunch of water birds, but they were way far out and very difficult. One of them, I don't know. This one might have been a misidentification, but I'm pretty sure about it. The pelagic. This is the like common name. Pelagic cormorant. Urile pelagicus. Geek. This is the skinny, slim, long-necked black bird. But there are multiple cormorants. I didn't want to mistake it for the like orange mouth one, or the ruby beaked. Speaking of ruby, pink sheep, pink sheep, pink sheep. Ah. Just in time. Oh, gotta put it in the app. We made a sighting. Add it to the list. Properly identified. He's all by his lonesome up here. He's got his nice little watering hole, literally. And water and fall. I'm gonna have to use a different dang screenshot. Oh, that's perfect. Oh. Well, gotta put down a sign now. Yeah, what's the Latin name? The scientific name, please? Alright. Ooh. Oh, I guess I had caps lock on. Pink sheep. What's this guy named? I don't even know what are we doing here. Well, this is the first of 2022. A birditude watchiness. Birditude watchiness. And it is... There we go. We did it. Did I mess that up? No, it's the... You dang Europeans and your backwards date writings. Look! His top is pink. Or he is under the shaded trees. And now it's white.
Oh.
Look at him go.
I almost swallowed that nut.
Ovis aries roseus.
I pressed the wrong button. I meant to take a screenshot and I pressed 1 instead of F1. Get over here. I want to get you with your pink top. No, guy. Oh, you dang guy. Oh, I ruined it. Well, walking as far away from the sign as possible. Alright, continuing on, carrying on. Neat. We did it, everybody. Excitement. What am I doing? I was looking at birds. So yeah, that guy. This is when I was deciding that, like, water birds are difficult. Yeah, I'm not doing, like, the common birds. Like, I saw a bunch of you know, crows. They're everywhere. And seagulls and junk. I don't know, that seems like easy pickings. Easy packings. But yeah, the last bird that I was having problems identifying in the field was turned out to be a bufflehead, which is my new favorite insult.
I almost swallowed that nut.
One good turn deserves another.
Not a junko, just junk. Ye old bufflehead. See, the bufflehead, better known as Bucephala alveola, is like a duck. It looked like a duck, but it's black with a white belly and a white bit of face stuff going on under his eye. But for the other birds, it was the common goldeneye it's confused with, which has gold eyes. I'm like, I can't see the color of this bird's eyes, for it is not near me. Wolfie? Oh. But yeah, it's apparently a lot tinier than I thought it was. And then, of course, the bald eagle, the Halaeetus luciocephalus, is ye old bald eagle. So yeah, I've only seen more than 6 birds this past week. I'm pretty sure. But I've only put those in my bird app. Log the comments, but then I need to like place where I seen them, when I seen them. This is science we're doing here. I do this, but with plants. Well, that's the girlfriend was doing that. Play all different types of trees. Oh, let me see. Short boat ride. About this bird. Not while I'm here. Hello. I couldn't take the pink wool, but I will take yours. Suckers. Oh yeah, the hummingbirds. I should do the hummingbirds. Or bird. We got the one. We got 2, but the one defends the feeder quite thustly. Hummingbirds are year-round here. Or at least this kind is. It's like Nancy's hummingbird or something like that. It's like somebody's name. Somebody owns this bird. Amelia's hummingbird. Something like that. Nancy, come get your bird. You left the headlights on. No, it's not a ruby. The ruby-throated ones are not year-round. I would identify it, but I don't see it right now. I can't lie. I'll go to bird jail. Never lie about your bird sightings. So yeah, that's a thing I've done. I can't quite say I've fully embraced it as like a full-fledged hobby quite yet, but I am talking about binoculars and things. Like I've not gone out and I'm going to go birding right now. It's just like, oh, there's some birds, I guess. Full-fledged. Is fledged like a bird term? Jack Black and Owen Wilson are in a movie about birders. No, I have not seen that. That seems like a very interesting watch. Fledglings are birds who cannot fly yet. And they're worthless. We did watch a documentary, a very, very old, like from the early 2000s documentary about the dodos last night. The girlfriend wanted to watch it. It felt like one of those. It was like on the Tubi or whatever, that free streaming service. I heard they were delicious. Incorrect. They are not delicious. That is one of the common myths that we learned. Get ready to get schooled. The Dutch, who found where are they from? That island off of Madagascar. They were shipwrecked on that island. But because they're a flightless bird, they don't have any meat in the breastular area like most good-tasting birds do, and all of their weight is past their rump, which means it's all just very fatty, oily, not nutritious. And the archaeologists are going through the settlements that were made on that island, and they don't find any in like the waste. Same. They don't find any in the like the waste dumps and things that they look through to see what the people were eating. They don't find any dodo bird bones, but they find plenty of invasive species that the Dutch brought, like goats and, most importantly, pigs. So it is the pigs, after all, that made the dodo go extinct, because pigs would eat the eggs, because the dodos had no enemies. Enemies is the wrong word, right? Predators. So they lost their ability to fly, and they didn't live in trees, so they just made their nests on the ground because nobody was going to bother them until the pigs came, and then the pigs ate all the eggs. They only lay one egg at a time, and then they all died off. Because them dang pigs! So that's what we learned. It's a documentary series about like the true reasons of these recent extinctions that you might not have known about. And like the other one was, we didn't watch them, but like the saber-toothed tiger and the woolly mammoth, and then the European massive monster elk or whatever it's called. Got him. We should eat all the pigs as revenge. So that's what we learned. We also started, well, I mean, we watched Lord of the Rings a couple nights ago. We were both having rough days. Very rough days. And Lord of the Rings is just a good comfort movie. You know what's coming. You know what's going to happen. It's very picturesque and beautiful. Whimsical. Yeah, before that we sat through that. It is hard to go wrong. All three? No. The girlfriend was like, is it wrong that it was like, 11 p.m. and we we had just like switched over to the second disc of Fellowship movie. Is it wrong that I want to just watch all the way through all the movies? The extended versions, of course. I'm like, no, it is kind of wrong because we'll be up until like 10 a.m. So no. I do not want that. As enjoyable as this is. Oh. Ah, Wolfie. Natural bridge. Ooh, natural bridge. One does not simply watch disc 1 of movie 1. We gotta cross over the natural bridge. It's like was given to us as a gift. Wolfie, where's your tail at? It's not great, but... Whoa! A very dangerous bridge. Well, this was a mistake. Careful, Wolfie. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. All right. All right. Everybody calm down. I mean... what's to stop us? Like, other than... sense. Only I could, like, have Wolfie stand up. like, hey, come! Without having to come back across the bridge. Let's make it a little bit safe. We know what happens with dogs on bridges. There we go. Careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie. We've done it. Or at least I've done it. Did he do it? Oh, Lord. He's fine. Indeed. So yeah, the girlfriend started school, and then on the third day, they had to go back to... they couldn't do in class anymore because of Omicron Persei 8. So now she's stuck at home doing Zoom classes, which is frustrating. That's why over the weekend a Lord of the Rings was required. But then we also, it was nice-ish. I mean, it was sunny yesterday. So we went for a drive in the 280. Started right up. I don't even remember the last time I drove it before now. It's been a couple months. Started right up. Thoroughly poisoned us with exhaust fumes. Drove it around a little bit. On the freeway for a bit. And back we are. I don't know how, I mean, I know how, but I don't know how. I'm like hesitant. I got the rear bumper off and all the brackets, and that whole scenario is fixed. Well, fixed. But it still has like a piece of metal filler that spans the gap between the big bumper and the body. And it's like pinch welded on there. The one on the Corolla was thankfully just screwed in, so I could just unscrew the filler and it came off. But this one's like pinch welded. I think I just gotta like do this a bunch until the welds break. which like I don't care about the filler, whatever. Throw that in the trash, but like I don't want to mess up the back end of the car. Do what? You grab onto it and you just you wiggle it a bunch. But yeah, I've like tried like putting a screwdriver in there and like popping, but that doesn't work. Nope, no poppins. I gotta get out of my mind that like the car is anything special. Like, it's gonna get bent up weird. It's got rust and you know, I need to patch spots and things like that. Oh god, I didn't make any beds. Ah, I forgot I was streaming and not episoding. Please do on stream. Oh, hello. Alright. So yeah, I don't, like, I have the rear bumper and everything, I just haven't put it on because I gotta get that filler. Did you download a new livery for it? Before I started streaming, before it like expires and disappears forever, I did highlight out the stream that we made, the 280 in Forza. I think I'll put that on YouTube, even though it is like, I only do like 2 races. The rest of the like hour and a half is me fiddling around with the paint shop in Forza. Are the spot welds accessible? I mean, no-ish, because it's the back of the car, and then it's like a little lip. It's like a spoiler, but it's on the back, and like my hand is the filler, and there's like a little L bend, and they're like, obviously the spot welds are in between the rear and the actual filler. So like, if you're asking if I can like cut them, not really, because there's 0 space obviously between this piece of metal and the metal on the car. Yeah, I told you to steal third. Is what I did. Flashing gang signs. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the other thing. Like, once I do get it off, there are going to be, like, leftover bits. Definitely mismatched paint, since it was originally a silver car and is now white. So, like, it is going to need to be, like, sanded and ground or whatever. But I can't be bothered. I mean, it also now has like holes in the back. That like there are companies that make specifically the filler panels to weld in to close the holes where the bumper brackets once were speed holes. Yeah, and it's like, God, if I have that done, you got to seal them from the inside, and that's all up and under and behind the dang gas tank again. I don't know. I'm slowly realizing that I don't think I'm ever going to be able to like paint it nice. So I should embrace the jank. Although having driven it, I did get slightly more like inspired to just get the dumb suspension over with, and also the exhaust, obviously. It isn't falling off, is the thing. It's very rigidly affixed. Welded, one could say. I thought it was just like epoxied on, but it's definitely like spot welded. And there's like, of course, there's like forum posts, people asking the same question, and like other people are like, oh, I just stood on it and it came off, or I just wiggled a little and it popped off. And I'm like, this thing is holding on like it's Like it's made of diamonds. Just get some tin strips and snips and cut it into multiple pieces and wiggle them off one piece at a time. Shred your hands into a fine julienne minced pie. I don't know what julienne has to do with it, but she makes a good minced pie, I hear. Don't throw a lot of wood. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. The things you want to come off won't. And the things you don't want to fall off while you're driving. I was about to say something. I mean, well, that's I'm kind of worried about that. Like, I'm like, oh, I'll do the suspension, but I just know, like, suspension parts. And, like, bolts and bushings and stuff are always fused. It's like parchment paper. I'm happy that that is now a meme on the channel. Y'all know the parchment paper hate. Ugh. Oh, also, comfort time. We made some chocolate chip pancakes the next morning, which I had never done. And I'm not, I mean, they were good, but I don't know, chocolate in my breakfast. You got chocolate in my breakfast. Chocolate chip pancakes are the superior pancakes. Right, but then they don't really go with syrup too well. Like, chocolate and syrup don't. Are a competing sugar. You bought some Lucky Charm cookies to bake. We just talked about yesterday, we made Lucky Charms for Christmas. Lucky Charm crispy treats. What are they called? Like Rice Krispie treats, but all the stores were out of Rice Krispies, so the girlfriend got Lucky Charms. Chocolate and maple syrup go great together. I don't think so. When sugars compete, everyone wins. It's like there's a party in my mouth, and everyone's invited. I mean, we also did make bacon. But I think the time has passed for putting bacon in and on everything. Like, I tried bacon chocolate chip cookies, and it just, like, tasted oily and fatty, and I was like, this feels like a heart attack. And it's not a good feeling. Bacon on donuts, bacon on cupcakes. Too much. Too much. We should have stopped when we put bacon on hamburgers. That was peak. Bacon cross-pollination. Left it at that. Cross-baconation. Yes, thank you. Woo! Yeah, true, but we still do need to eat all of the pigs on behalf of the dodo bird revenge treaty of 1917. True, grilled cheese with bacon. That's just a That's a BLT, but hold the L and T and replace it with C. For cheese. Do not get sweet syrup on bacon at all. Well, now you've gone too far, Tin. That's the original, like, combination. Because bacon, when it was introduced from the heavens, was a breakfast food, and you had leftover syrup on your plate, and your bacon was on your plate. They were gonna commingle. Much like, similarly, sausage links or patties serve the same purpose. We have learned, though, in the last 10 years, haven't we? That baking, surprisingly, despite the nomenclature, baking our bacon is far superior to frying it in a pan. Both in hassle and taste and time. That is the true MVP. Most valuable pancake. And shape, true, yes, and shape. I've heard of microwaving bacon as well, but I've also heard of microwaving scrambled eggs, and I don't want to cross that threshold into that sort of evil. So pan frying bacon, making scrambled eggs in the pan. I don't. Yeah, no, the bacon grease. I'm not a grease reuser. A grease recycler. Grease cycler. No, that's too much. that's a bit much. I don't think that would be good. But then you're like stuck with cold. Your bacon gets all cold by the time your eggs are done. You gotta time that stuff right. Have you tried vegan bacon? No. I mean, I've obviously like turkey bacon. I don't mind turkey bacon. I mean, turkey bacon can be superior to bad, cheap bacon. Just curious if any of this is good in an air fryer. I mean, if you can fit your bacon. I mean, technically, our oven is a convection oven, which is an air fryer, essentially, and it does quickly and evenly bake our bacon. Because you get the heat from the top and from beneath. A uniform, crispy experience. Can you get it too crispy? Yeah, I mean, that's what we actually ended up accidentally doing this last Sunday. But then it becomes like so crispy that it just dissolves in your mouth. And it's that kind of bacon. The elemental bacon. Molecular bacon. It goes from, it sublimates from a solid to a gas. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Bacon plasma. Oh, it made me think of the blood stuff. The girlfriend was thinking of. Speaking of Tubi and like the free streaming services, we keep getting. You get a lot of weird ads with those. And And one of them was always like, give plasma, you can get paid up to $1,000. And the girlfriend was like, I would like to do that. I would like $1,000. But then she looked into it, and it turns out they use like a 12 gauge needle, or I don't know what it is, but it's like a straw, a drinking straw, as opposed to your normal like giving blood needles. He's like, nope, no thank you. Well, that's why they pay people for it. Yeah, I was like, why you go donate blood for free? Why are people paying for plasma payments? What's the market on that? Does anybody give him plasma? I've never even given blood before. Not from like because I don't want to. I just never have. It's just one of those things. It's because they used it in televisions. That's why they're paying for it. Those are really expensive TVs. Oh, Lord. I don't want to know what they use in OLED TVs. The O stands for organic. Organic plasma. Ooh. Here. Oh, it's a little river. Or lake. It's people! The TVs are made of people! Dermis? I'm glad I don't have chat on now. That was a failed experiment. I liked the shadow chat from the Shadow Realm of the Shadowverse. You're surprised? You're surprised that automod stopped that? Tim, really? Well, color me shocked. Why, I never. I'm more surprised it was Delta Whiskey who allowed it. I don't know why, but... So, birds. I like birds. I'm out of birds. I've only seen 6 birds my entire life, so I don't know any other birds to talk about. You go out and listen for different woodpeckers yet? No? Well, that's I was just saying. I haven't gone out to bird. uh, but like I've just like went walking Juno and I'm like, there's a few birds. Let me look them up on the app. I have definitely around here just hiking seen and heard woodpeckers pecking. I guess I wouldn't know. It seems it's kind of like I never played Pokemon with the Mons, but it feels like Pokemon but with real stuff, like actual animals. I feel like it might be interesting once I get all the normals out of the way to find some rare birds. Hard to find birds. Although that's not the way this app works. It's not like, you still haven't seen these birds. So I don't know, I'll have to make my own game out of it. Does user-placed water freeze in this version? I'm pretty sure it does. I don't know if it's instantaneous, though. Well, I mean, I guess we'll have the night to figure it out. Is this technically not a source block, though? Is this flowing water? Have I messed up already in my science? Well, that's gone. Oh, oh dear God. Unorthodox elevated hidey hole here. I mean, I suppose the real test would have just been to do this. Yeah, I'm. We got places to go. I mean, this one isn't frozen for some reason. But then again, it could be a weird biome thing. Like, this one block might not be a snow biome. Like, things have happened like that in this game. In this version of the game, anyway. It's so kooky and unpredictable. Just push F3 and check. Oh, you. No, I don't think they did either. No, there was no directions, there was no biome names. Look at these pumpkins. Look at these boats I don't have. Ah, careful, Wolfie. Oh god, stay away. Ooh. The abyss. I am not going to go in there. What else? What else? The girlfriend said I should turn this into an advice show. That's a bad idea. In this version, water will only freeze during snowfall. I'll believe it. For the sake of not caring. Do you shampoo and condition? I shampoo. I was just talking about this. I have that beard soap. And it's like a bar of soap. But for whatever reason, this one that I have has been lasting multiple years. And I don't know why. It's like it's not been reducing in size. I mean, other than the girlfriend brought up, prior to moving in here, and everything that's happened in the last 2 years, I used to take a shower every single morning. And now that is not the case. It is much, much less than that. So, if the bar of soap lasted 1 year before, now it will last 7. That's probably the main reason. Hey, don't judge me. I don't judge you. Where am I going? What am I doing? When was the last time I sweat anything? Whatever happened to shower gels? Environmentally unfriendly. Plastic bottles. I don't know. I always just found them to be not like cost effective because you end up using too much to make the suds, and then you'll like run out fast of the liquid soaps. You know one thing I'm not afraid to say. I don't know the last time I've worn deodorant. And I don't stink. Or the people close to me say I don't stink. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I'm dead. Maybe this is all an illusion. I don't know. I'm in the Matrix. That's why the soap... I'm not in the Matrix, I'm in the Sixth Sense. That's why the soap isn't getting any smaller. I'm not actually using it. I'm a ghost. I gotta find Haley Joel Osment. No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Before then, I was just using like the super, like the natural deodorant. That was like, didn't have any of the like metals or aluminums or parabens or whatever in them. And even then it was, because like antiperspirants are apparently bad. Like you don't want to stop yourself from sweating. You're putting a cork in that pit and blast a hole somewhere else. But like the deodorant, even then, yeah, I just like kind of stopped. Because if anything, like deodorant would just like ruin my shirts. Nah, this was like the Arm & Hammer Naturals, whatever, which I'm sure is not as natural even, but it was just like this doesn't have scent or junk in it. If you shop for it at Amazon.com, please use my referral link.
Slide that into your DMs and Twitch it.
Oh dear.
Due to the current economic situation in the world, I've started a dating site for chickens. It's not my full-time job. I'm just doing it to make hens meet.
Weatherman. Thank you for 64 months in the subtub. That's like some sort of amount of years or something, isn't it? Subtub. We went from birds to soap and deodorant, or the lack thereof in my case. What an interesting stream this has been. What an eye-opening stream this has been. Oh, can't go out that way. Let's dig in this way. Alright, Wolfie. That. Make some boats and beds. Whoa, I almost just made planks. Or slabs or whatever. You know, see? I said I should be an advice show. Turns out I'm just letting you know all my weird stuff I've got going on. Indeed. Well, thank you very much for tuning in for this stream of Far Lands of Us for January 10th, 2022. Spelled correctly this time. And yeah, I will see you next time. FarlandsofBus.com. That still exists. There's stuff there that you could look at if you want. Okay, bye. That was an okay one. 38,344.8. What were we at before? I don't even remember. 38,270 something? Something? Probably. Indeed.